It's the You Name It podcast. I'm Jerry Taylor, and I'm with Davin Christensen.
Hold on, Jerry!
Every single time. Nobody knows when they're listening to a new episode or an old episode because you keep doing the same thing all the time.
Hola.
Well, how's it going?
It's going. I haven't seen you in a week or more.
I know. That's the update for all the listeners. I was fired from my job. Davin was not. You want to say canned? Do you like canned better?
Canned sounds better than fired.
I don't know. Canned almost seems like saving you for later. I'm going to put you in a can, and I'll save you for
that's not
a little bit later.
That's not happening. We're wishing you well on your future endeavors.
Yeah, it's a firing is what happened here.
Mm-hmm.
So then Davin had to do 10-hour days last week.
So I should actually thank you for getting the overtime, for getting canned or shit canned, as some people say.
Yeah, now we have a new word to explore: kickback. We can do that too. So I'll be expecting my portion.
You'll be wanting a kickback for my 10-hour days.
Yeah. No, I just know that it's tough to do 10-hour days of manual labor and then have to do your second or third job and then try and do a podcast.
Yes, so that's why we're getting this one out of the way.
Yes, because it's Monday, the 22nd of March.
Is it like slack off day or something like that?
I wouldn't know. Every day's that for me.
Every day's that now, okay.
I applied for 3 jobs today, though.
Oh.
But we'll see what happens.
Nice.
You never know.
Are they ones you actually want?
Got upset.
Or one?
Say what?
Are they ones you actually want, or just they popped up and they seemed kind of interesting and who knows what'll happen?
A mixture.
Oh, okay.
There's a mixture. But I have to tell, this is what everybody has to understand. When you're job hunting, like I had one and I had a phone interview and then that went away. They said, we're going to go with other candidates. And right. I think it was probably pay-based, but because I don't understand why it would be experience-based the way it was described.
Yeah.
So then you have to deal with
you were overqualified and over-ambitious in your monetary
overcompensated.
Yep.
No, but then my wife is stressed out about it. And I'm like, you can't be stressed out about one job out of the many that I'll be applying for.
Yep.
You can't just think, oh, we got the first phone interview, so now it's a lock. No, it's not. It's time to be positive.
Right.
Who knows? I could land the best job in the world after this.
Yep. Well, and you have options. You can always move to Arizona.
Yeah. Laura right now, a listener, will be saying, what? What was that? He's not living with me. There are a lot of options out there. It's a whole big wide world.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, that reminds me. Before all of this happened, it's probably why it happened, because I was thinking this way. There's this concept in the United States of America when you have a job with a company to where they will say to you, you need to provide us with 2 weeks' notice before we fire you. I mean, before you depart the company.
Right, but it's not reciprocated.
Yeah, that's where my Freudian slip was. I realized that they don't give you 2 weeks' notice.
Right.
When they're going to get rid of you. It's just that day, usually. Hey, guess what? You don't have a job anymore. So why would the company expect you to give 2 weeks' notice when they would never do the same thing? I'm not saying the company that I worked for. I wasn't expecting 2 weeks' notice. I'm saying how strange it is when you hear about that out in the world.
Well,
so I'd
they
like
don't
to,
want you
and
to
I'm sure they all say that again. What?
So they don't want you to. They know you don't want to burn bridges and you want to use them on a resume. So they've got that. They've got you by the nuts right there with like a rubber band.
Yeah.
So they can just cut the rubber band loose anytime, and you're like, oh fuck, I can't say anything evil about them because I need a job now, and I may need a reference.
Right. Yep, that's true. They have an advantage in that world. I'm wondering now, though, if that advantage has gone away for millions of people in the pandemic country, because a lot of people were just thrown out.
Mm-hmm.
Just, oh, sorry, you don't have any work anymore. So, and I have heard about other people that just leave their job too when they see that the company is going under or struggling. They're like, I am out of here. Yeah. So there would be a lot of weird job hunting things where people are like, nah, they're not going to say good things about me because I left. But they left for a reason.
Yep. The Titanic's sinking, and I'm not going to rearrange the deck chairs.
Yeah. And I'm tired, and I'm not worried about it, and I got 9 pay cuts before I had to leave. That kind of shit.
I just picture the band on the Titanic. Keep playing. Fuck you. I'm getting in the raft, motherfucker.
Make room in the raft. I wonder if they actually did do that.
Yeah.
Story goes, that's what they say. I'm pulling up our You Name It podcast web page.
Okay.
Start our stuff.
Okay.
We got nothing.
I don't have a whole lot either. So
we just didn't get any Gmail requests, really. We had somebody reaching out about our YouTube channel.
Okay.
And asking if you and I would like to be influencers, Davin.
Oh, yes. Why not?
Would we like to do product reviews or influencer campaigns?
Sure.
We'd love to have you in our network doing commissioned videos and product reviews. I don't think the guy ever pushed play.
Well, it's worth a shot, you know? That's the first little nibble that he's probably gotten. Or we've gotten.
Yeah. I don't know. I have a feeling somewhere along the line it would be, you just pay us $50 a month and we'll send you something.
A sample to stick on your tongue and tell us how you feel in 3 hours. Whoa!
Marketplace offers. I'm looking at this stuff too. So there's a video review of acne patch. Acne patch.
Okay. Where am
I don't know what any of this is.
I'm 53. Where am I going to put an acne patch? Who?
GoPro Hero 9 battery charger. I see what's going on here. They're trying to get you to buy shit.
Right.
Here, you buy this shit and then review it for free for me.
Yeah, fuck them.
Required purchase, $13. Oh, there's a free $14 product. The Books of the Bible. Bible study package.
We're not going to talk
about that. Or you
could
you can review the Superfoods Vegan Protein Plus, and you'll get 20% off of the $25 purchase.
Oh, yeah, it's just getting you to purchase shit.
Yeah. Here, buy this shit. Here, you think you're important, so buy this shit from us. Shut up. Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, Joe Sinkwitz, we're not interested.
Joe Sinkwitz.
And I don't think you'll ever hear this. Tell you something else, too. Different profile picture would work for you, Joe. So, little friendly advice. That's all.
Well, I was curious when you departed the said company, how this show would go, because we were used to interacting on a daily basis in person, and I was just wondering if the vibe is going to change a little bit now.
Doesn't feel like it. I worry that the topics aren't going to be there as quickly as they were before. We had a ton of them backlogged, and then I look at my list today, and I'm like, oh, this is just shit that happened in the last 2 days. And some of the stuff that happened when we were working together.
Yep.
2 weeks' notice happened when we were working together. That just happens to still be on the list. It's funny, though. I was going to talk about that, and then I got fired. I had no chance.
Nice.
You're fired. All right, let's see. Do you want to just tell me what you have, and then I'll fill in the rest of the show?
You want to pick one?
Can I pick one? What are my choices?
Okay, your choices are PT. We're probably going to talk about all of them anyway, but which do you want to hear first? PTSD septic service?
I have that on my list, too.
Yep.
So I'm putting it in red now because I don't have it anymore.
Skin of your teeth?
I have that on my list.
Do you have the Peter Brady chairs on your list?
I don't have anything called Peter Brady chairs.
Okay. Which of those three would you like to hear about?
I want to hear Peter Brady chairs first.
Okay. Evidently, Peter Brady from the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
What's the actor's actual real name? I don't know.
I don't know either.
But we have a computer. We can look it up, right?
I could ask. Hey, we could try this. Hold on a second.
You're gonna
don't
ask
say
Siri?
anything yet. Alexa, who played Peter Brady on the Brady Bunch?
Peter Brady, Arthur Owens, was played by Christopher Knight in the show The Brady Bunch.
Christopher Knight.
Okay, well, there you go. Well,
Thanks, Alexa. You can shut up now.
Well, evidently, there was that big Oprah interview. And Peter Brady made a ton of money off of the Oprah interview.
How did he do that?
With his Peter Brady chairs. Evidently.
He had Peter Brady chairs, okay.
So he makes wicker chairs now. And Oprah had the royals, or the past royals, sitting in those chairs during the interview. So he ended up selling
Let's
out.
look it up. Peter Brady chairs.
Watch his Bobby
Oh,
Brady.
it popped right up. Peter Brady chairs Oprah. Brady Bunch stars company built patio chairs for Oprah's interview with Harry and Meghan.
Yep.
It was a very Brady patio, it says.
Well, because of his success, they had a little Brady Bunch reunion at a restaurant, and he bought dinner for the whole group. Guess what they ate?
What did they eat?
Pork chops and applesauce.
Shut up, they did not.
Yes, they did.
Pork chops and applesauce. Whatever that was. But that was some acting thing or something,
It
wasn't
was from one of their episodes was based on pork chops and applesauce.
Yeah, I can't remember what the topic was. It was something to do with maybe someone was in a play and they're playing a gangster or something and trying to learn how to talk like a gangster.
Yep.
I think. Who knows anymore?
So that's how Peter Brady made a bunch of money off of the Oprah show.
Yeah, well, he was about to go broke, wasn't he, Peter Brady? And he just skated by the skin of his teeth.
Yes, the skin of his teeth. Why did they say
Yes.
skin? It's got to be really
Gavin,
thin.
Yeah, it's really the thinnest skin that you have in the human body is the skin on your teeth.
Yes.
I don't know if many people know that, unless you're a doctor out there. Probably doctors know that out there. I don't even know what it's for, though.
Yeah, skin on your teeth. It's just, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it feels like cotton on my teeth in the morning before I brush.
Then you brush them and there is no more skin on your teeth.
Does
correct?
that scrape the skin off? Yeah.
Where the hell did that come from?
I don't know.
Let's see. Skin of your teeth.
Would that be your gum line or would it be actual skin?
I don't know. Let's see. It says that we can look at the origin of this. The phrase first appeared in English in 1560 in the Geneva Bible in Job 19:20. It provides a literal translation of the original Hebrew. Since teeth have no skin, the expression refers to the smallest possible measure. Well, we know what it means. It means barely.
Right.
It means you just made it, kind of thing. That's so. It's the origin is someone said it. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Origin.
Nice.
We have other stuff. Really, let's jump because we have a contributor who had other comments about things that have. Here, just listen. It's our contributor Jimmy from Tennessee.
Oh, lovely.
Lately, I've been kind of consumed by a word that has left our vocabulary. But at one point, back in the 80s, it was a huge word. The word I'm talking about is Bogue. Oh, you're Bogue. Oh, that dude was Bogue. Mark Smola, he's Bogue.
There you go.
Bogus dude.
Bogue.
Bogue.
He goes on to say,
Bogue was such a prominent word and meant so much to us in describing someone's bad behavior. Whatever happened to the word Bogue? It seems like it's not en vogue anymore to use the word Bogue. That was bad.
Yep. So
and Vogue isn't popular either.
not since Madonna. What do you think? What do you Bogue? What do you think happened to it?
I don't know. It was short for bogus and cancel culture, Jerry. I don't know.
No, it's not. There's no cancel culture going on with Bogue.
I think people moved on to the next big word, whatever that was.
You want to hear more? He's got
Grody.
more.
Does he have Grody on there?
No, he's got more about this. Got 2 more clips. You ready?
Yep.
Here we go.
I noticed that the word took a turn in the 90s when the heroin chic took over, and Bogue meant not having heroin. Oh, I'm Bogue. I bet there was a few times when Bart said, I'm Bogue, dude. Fucking Bogue. Oh, so sick.
Yep. And then to wrap it up.
Not the best topic, I guess, but you might want to touch on that. The word Bogue is so huge.
Yep. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure had bogus. Oh, you're so bogus.
Yeah, I mean, that's the deal, is people used to say it all the time, and it's from bogus, which just meant counterfeit or sham or, a cheat or something like that.
Maybe
I just remember that he's right. I'm not sure there's much to talk about, though it makes me remember one of my old neighbors. This had to be about 1977 or something like that. And one of the older guys in the neighborhood, I just remember standing in the driveway next door, and he was talking about something. Someone said something to him, and his response was, Bogue a deal, man.
Whoa.
Bogue a deal. So we all said Bogue a deal for years.
Wow.
Half making fun of him and half liking to say it after we found out we thought it was funny that he said it. Dude, you see that? You see that raccoon dead in the street? Bogue a deal, man.
Wow.
Because it didn't mean gross, too.
You always say it in a high-on voice, too. Oh, Bogue. Oh, he's
bogus. So it was bogus originally, and
Right.
then in the 70s, 80s turned into Bogue by itself. Mm-hmm. And then back in the 90s, back to bogus with Bill and Ted.
right.
That's bogus. So
it tried to make a comeback,
it did.
but it failed.
Jimmy also sent in a clip or a trailer, possibly. I can't remember what it is. Here, let me look. For a movie called Bad Ronald. It's an HD clip of the movie.
Yeah.
That's only for people who remember the word Bogue, would remember Bad Ronald. Basically like an after-school special horror movie about a kid that lived inside of a house while other people lived in the house. His mom boarded him up in the house because he actually killed a kid. She dies, a new family moves in, and he's inside the house the whole time they're living there. And he's a murderer.
She didn't
But
want
it's
him
like
to get
the
arrested.
least scary thing.
Yeah.
Probably walking around going, Bogue, man. Everything's Bogue. Bad Ronald's a Bogue dude.
What did Bad Ronald do to the family that moved in? Did he steal their food and stuff? Or I'm gonna
I don't
have
want to
look this
ruin
one
the
up.
movie for anyone.
See, now I gotta
Wouldn't be
watch
a good
it.
idea. I think you'll have to look up, listeners should look up Bad Ronald if they want to laugh at an old movie. You can tell us. You can contact us at younameitpodcast@gmail.com or on our Facebook page. And you can tell us what happened to the family that Bad Ronald lived with unknowingly.
Well, I've got one from one of our listeners.
Okay?
I can't say who it is, but her sister did the grocery shopping for her last week.
Like an Instacart?
Well, kind of like she was working one of her 2 jobs, and she didn't have time to go to the grocery store, and her sister was at the grocery store and basically said, "You need anything?" She said, "Yeah, I need
Family
coffee."
favor. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I need coffee. I need milk. I need that, whatever. So she gets the coffee, and it's whole bean.
Oh, yeah.
So she messages her sister back, why'd you buy whole bean? Why didn't you buy ground coffee? And her sister's like, well, don't you have a ninja bullet? Her response was, I have a bullet, but it only grinds one bean.
Oh, boy. That's horrible. That's horrible.
I thought it was a great comeback.
It is sort of a great comeback when you're in a bar.
Right.
No. That's the kind of talk that happens out there, everybody.
Yep.
Now we know why you couldn't say who it came from.
Right.
We don't want to blow anybody up. Have them be made fun of the rest of their lives for grinding a bean. Yeah. Davin, did you watch Zack Snyder's Justice League cut 4 hours long in 4:3 aspect ratio?
Hell no.
Why not?
I don't know. Maybe I was too busy watching the Blockbuster documentary. I don't know.
Yeah, we got to talk about that one too. But just checking on the Zack Snyder thing, if you saw that. So he took all of the footage. This Justice League movie was out in, 2017 or something like that? Maybe 18? I can't even remember. This was the Zack Snyder director's cut. So he's like, I'm going to make a good version of this movie. The first one sucked. I'm going to make it good.
And put it in 4:3 aspect ratio.
Yeah, that was the first mistake. People got all confused. Like, why in the fuck is this in this little square? If everybody doesn't know, 4:3 is, how do you describe aspect ratio? Well, it's what it would look like on your widescreen TV if there's black bars on both sides.
Right.
It also would look like how it would look on every TV up until 2004 or something like that. It's the little square thing. It's how you see Green Acres and the Brady Bunch with 4:3. Anyway, there was a reason for that. It was done for IMAX. He wanted to originally have it be in IMAX theaters, and that's actually the aspect ratio for IMAX. If you realize, it's tall and not so wide.
Right.
So that's why that was. It didn't bother me to watch that thing. And in fact, being over 4 hours long, it was still a really good movie. Okay. And I don't remember the first one being that good. So I think the guy did a great job, told the story a lot better. It only made me think I usually come out of watching a movie with one dumb idea. Like, why in the fuck? Remember the thing about why in the future does all the video have to be shitty? Like every time they have a video camera, it's always like
or
monochrome and
security cameras are always in black and white. There's no color high def.
Right, you got laser guns and everything else, but you can't figure out how to make your security camera look better than, it's worse than what my phone video looks like right now. So that's always stupid to me. The one that I walked away with from the Zack Snyder's Justice League was, when you're going to contact Batman, when Commissioner Gordon decides he needs to call Batman, what happens if it's not cloudy? You know what I mean?
No. I know. Oh, when you're shooting the bat. Yeah, the bat signal. Well, doesn't he also have a red phone that he can just pick up the hotline on the red phone and call him?
Yeah, I think I remember something about that. But they did it in this Zack Snyder thing. I'm going to contact Batman. And they shoot the fucking spotlight up in the air, right?
Yep.
But if you think about it, you've only ever seen that where it's hitting clouds. So if it's a clear day, Batman can't see shit. He doesn't know what's going on.
That would be the time to commit a robbery is when it's clear out. Yeah.
Right. You need a cloud for the signal to be seen. So all you do is you wait for a clear sky, right? Or possibly just do it in the daytime when you can't shoot the bat signal at anything.
Yeah. And then Penguin and the Joker, and they could all go out and rob stuff.
Yeah. I think we've got it all figured out now.
Awesome.
Perfect show. We saved the mastermind criminals all the time and effort of trying to avoid Batman. It is pretty stupid, though. Shoot the bat signal in the air. And they do have... They had a phone in the 60s TV show. What do they need a bat signal for anymore anyway? Like,
Yeah.
look at all the computers and shit that Batman has in his cave. He's got satellite tracking, all this shit. You still need to fire a fucking spotlight up in the air with a bat on it.
Well,
in
that
order
was...
to talk to him.
You know what? The computers back then and the control panels and everything was all just the lights and the It's like getting your horoscope done at a carnival, you know? Or a state fair. It's all the bullshit blinking lights that don't do anything and the the control
So
panel.
what you're trying to express to the audience right now, Davin,
Is stuff is old.
there really
It's
isn't
fake.
a real supercomputer in the Batcave, Jerry. It's all props, Jerry.
Right.
Well, yeah, thanks for clearing that up. We didn't know that, Davin.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know.
We didn't know the little sparking lightning Jacob's ladder didn't do anything in the Batcave.
Yeah.
You know, shooting that stuff up you know what I'm talking about, like the Frankenstein shit. You want to tell the dirty little secret about the audiovisual industry on RFLs?
No, you do it.
No, you do it. You already got fired. You do it. There is a rumor out there, ladies and gentlemen, that when you have a giant audiovisual job that that companies may be doing for you, that sometimes they may throw in some devices that aren't doing anything because they have lights on them and it's impressive looking.
Right.
I'm not saying they charge for them, Davin. I'm saying they put them out there like at the control
To make it
just
look more
because
complicated.
It looks more complicated. That's a rumor that things like that will happen in the entertainment business, and that they may call them RFLs for code. Hey, somebody go grab some more RFLs off the truck.
And what does
Red
RFL
flashing lights.
Yeah, there we go.
Right. Secret exposed by Jerry Taylor.
Well,
We'll be tackling QAnon after Davin's Blockbuster documentary.
Well, we always had codes too. When we were on headset for camera,
Yeah.
the wrench is on the ladder. The wrench is on the ladder, guys. Be careful.
I don't know that one.
That's the client is on headset. So don't
you
swear.
made
at
up
anything.
your own for that group.
Yeah,
Okay.
or purple tallies. Everyone switch to purple tallies, guys. There's no purple.
purple tally lights.
Tally light's red. You know, red when you're on. And
Yeah.
Nothing when you're off.
For the people out there, it's the red light on top of the camera. So when the red light comes on, the talent knows which camera to look at because that's the one that's active.
Yep.
So put the red light up there.
The
No
one-
purple tallies.
The one thing that I never knew existed until I did camera work, because I always tried to figure out how they, in hockey, how do they know when to take a TV timeout? Because it's constant action.
Yeah.
They used a freaking towel to determine to tell the officials when a timeout was.
A towel talks to the officials?
Yes. Basically, the director would say, okay, we need to get in a commercial break. Next stoppage of play within, the next 5 minutes, we need you to basically signal the refs that we're taking a TV timeout. So
they wave a towel around?
They take a towel and they lay it over the timekeeper's glass. And that alerts the officials that they need to take a TV timeout. That this break is going to be longer than your normal, let's go drop the puck.
Huh. I wonder if that's because they look at that time display all the time.
Could be.
When they're out there.
I don't think as a TV crew you can communicate with the officials. It's probably something in the bylaws or something. But
is that what was happening when you shot hockey?
Yes, they probably have worked that system out a little better now.
I think that's where I was going with that. Probably in the last 15 or 20 years, they've changed that to just, push a button and they know.
Yeah, when this light lights up, you know that.
Well, they have headsets on now.
Yeah.
Don't the refs have earpieces in right now, like Secret Service guys?
I know they go over to the sideline Not
Well,
sci-fi.
they have
but-
microphones on because don't they
Yeah.
make their statements with the microphones on their
Yeah.
shirts and
And then, well, they can go talk to the official that, is looking from the camera, the camera room. They can communicate with that person.
they can talk
The
for
official
the instant
reviews and stuff
replay
like
and all
that.
that shit.
Yep.
Fascinating. They used to talk to a towel.
With a towel.
Now, unlike Batman, who uses lights to communicate with people, they can use computer technology.
Wow.
Learning a lot this week on the You Name It podcast. Tell us about the Blockbuster video documentary that you recently watched. I watched it too, but you told me you wanted to talk about it. Was there something in particular?
Well, it's just I drove Wayne Herzinga back in the day, when I was a limo driver.
And Wayne Herzinga, for all those that don't know, is the owner of Blockbuster, right? Let me see.
He founded Waste Management.
Yeah, I'm trying to look him up.
He's dead now.
Oh, how do you say that name? It's actually Huizenga.
Yep,
Herzinga.
Herzinga.
If you say so,
Yep. He
I don't care.
high school dropout. Never went to-
Co-owner of Blockbuster.
Yep.
Sorry, briefly. And then you can do yours because I won't tell you all of it. It just says he founded Auto Nation and Waste Management and was the owner or co-owner of Blockbuster Video, the Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, and the Florida Marlins.
and he was worth $2.6 billion.
Couple of shekels, I'd say.
Yep, never went to college. No, he
Dropped out of high school, you said?
Yeah,
Good for him.
I guess the story goes for the Waste Management was the union garbage men were on strike down in Florida, and the garbage was building up on the streets in the neighborhood and stinking, and everyone was complaining, and the government wasn't doing
worse
shit about
than
it.
usual. Yeah.
So him and his buddy bought a garbage truck and went around and collected all the garbage. And they said, if we could do it, let's bid on the contract. And that's how Waste Management started.
Congratulations, Wayne Herzinga. Herzingo. Congratulations, Wayne.
Yep.
He's dead now, you said?
Yeah, he is.
So the reason why we're talking about this guy is because there was a Netflix documentary about the last Blockbuster that exists in the world. And that's in where? Oregon?
Yes, Bend, Oregon.
Bend, Oregon. You can go to a Blockbuster still. I think it's funny, though, because I watched this thing, and how they I don't even think they have distributors anymore that send them to the new movies.
Right.
It looked to me like just every Monday on new movie release day at Target, the manager goes and buys the new releases and just brings them in.
Yep.
I guess you can get away with that if people want to. They're surviving solely on the fact that they're a Blockbuster. It's funny.
Well, part of the whole thing is I didn't realize that the theaters were trying to charge $100 a videotape or copy of the movie, so all these mom and pop shops couldn't afford to buy multiple copies. And then here comes Blockbuster, who works out
a great
this
idea.
major deal with the, producers of the movies and starts getting them at a huge discount.
Yeah, you sell them to us for $26 a piece instead of $100 a piece, and we'll give you so much percent of each rental.
Yep, and a full wall of new releases. Whereas you go to the mom and pop, and there are 3 of them, and they're all out
cheaper. Might even been like $6 a videotape or something, because their real interest is in the rentals at that point.
Right.
So Blockbuster did that, and that's another brilliant thing for them.
But they've also
then they can have 300 copies if they want.
And they also did some stupid shit too.
Which was
passing up on the option to buy Netflix.
Oh yeah. I listened to this podcast called Business Wars, and they had one with Blockbuster versus Netflix, and that was covered in that too. It was a real offer, like, hey, why don't you just buy us out? And they're like, nah, fuck you. You suck anyway.
That's not a wave.
We're
of the
Blockbuster
future.
and you're nothing.
You suck.
Right. And now it's not that. Blockbuster is no more.
But when Wayne was in town, it was because he was meeting with his lawyers to work out a deal for AutoNation. And I had no idea who the hell he was. I just knew he was coming in on a private plane, and the plane landed, and there's the Dolphins logo on the side and the Panthers logo on the side of the plane.
Oh, little private plane.
Yep.
So did you sleep with him?
No, I didn't fuck him.
Okay.
But
Got to ask every celebrity that you ran into whether or not you had sex with them.
But I did. He came out at one point to think about whatever he was taking a break from the lawyers, I guess.
Yeah.
And it was a nice day out, and he took off his shoes and his socks and walked around in the grass.
Oh. Yeah.
Then came back, put his socks and shoes on, went inside, and finished the deal for AutoNation, which was, hey, I live in Florida. All these rental cars down here in Florida have low miles. They're newer cars and no rust. What if I send them up to Michigan, sell them wholesale, less than dealerships are selling them, and I can make a killing?
And he did.
And he did.
And his feet were happily immersed in the green grass.
Yep. And he didn't step in dog poop. And I didn't fuck him.
And you didn't fuck him.
The end.
I did want to mention one other pop culture documentary. Not about pop culture, what am I saying? It's the QAnon one on HBO.
Okay.
I watched the first 2 episodes. It's telling you all about this whole QAnon thing. Are you aware of the QAnon thing, Davin?
No, I'm not.
I didn't think so. That's what makes these things so hard.
Because you read and I don't.
QAnon is a giant conspiracy that was somebody close to Donald Trump who was going to start arresting all of the criminals in government. That this person had Q level clearance with the government or something.
Okay.
And eventually all the Hillary Clintons and all of the people, this is where it gets crazy, because all these people evidently are eating babies and running pedophile rings and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like that whole Pizzagate thing. All that shit. So there's a whole bunch of people out there that believe in this QAnon stuff. And it's super interesting to watch this documentary because of the reasons why that they're believing some of this stuff is like, you see that? I had a sign at President Trump's rally, and he pointed at me and nodded. He knows.
Okay.
What? Point at anybody out there and nod. It doesn't mean that he's agreeing with your sign. Jeez, give the guy some credit. Standing there looking at 20,000 people, it's not like he's going to pick you out.
He could be.
I know you got your QAnon sign, you know.
He could be pointing for the Secret Service. Keep an eye on that fucker over there.
Yeah, it could be a secret code, though. There was a couple of weird things, though. On the QAnon message board, which is on a site called 8chan, okay. People would do stuff like, could you ask, like they're trying to get Q, who is supposed to be this person, the insider, could you ask President Trump to say tip-top in his next speech? And like the next day, Trump comes out and he's like going, yep, tip-top. We're going to do this job tip-top. Some of us call it tippity-top. You know how he talks. So it was weird that like they would ask for proof by saying, could you get him to say this or could you get him to tweet? It was kind of dumb sometimes, too. Like, can you get President Trump to tweet and misspell a word that has Q in it? And like 2 days later, he's misspelling acquaintance or something like that.
Oh, wow.
Like, see, it's proof. The real reason to mention this is so that I can title the show QAnon is Silly.
Okay.
Just that. That's all. I just wanted to be able to call the show QAnon is Silly because it is. It's fucking silly.
Okay.
Maybe you should watch the documentary and then come back and tell me your honest opinion. But right now, I'm talking to myself about it, and I've already watched 2 of them today.
Is it on Netflix?
No, it's on HBO.
Okay, I don't get HBO.
So you have to see if, maybe you'll see it some other way. Maybe a friend will invite you over.
Oh, you never know.
Like
you never know.
Never know.
So
sometimes you win. Sometimes you come in 4th place.
Yep. Mom gave me a sticker.
All right. Everybody's so confused right now. That's an impression of somebody we know.
Who lives in his mom's basement.
Yeah, one of those things. Sometimes when I'm bored, I like to write a letter to myself. What was that you were saying?
Sometimes I like to write postcards to myself and mail them. And then when they arrive, I put, does not live here, return to sender.
Oh, boy. This is so bad.
Sometimes for
you know
fun.
what? It's super funny, and I can tell how funny it is by your laugh from 4 years ago.
Oh, my God. Nice.
See? To play your laugh to you from 4 years ago.
Hey, I've got a piece of advice, and by no means are we tax professionals here at the You Name It podcast.
Oh, I thought you were going to say get a job, loser.
No.
That's for another time. No, we are not tax professionals. No.
So, if any of you guys out there have filed your taxes already and had been unemployed at all and had to collect unemployment this past year,
Yeah.
and if you had taxes taken out of that unemployment, that is all reimbursable with
you can
Biden's
get it
last
back.
plan. Now, my tax advisor said that it's not up to date yet in the system for all the computerized tax systems, so you'll have to wait and you'll have to file an amendment, but you get that money back. It's forgiven.
Yes, and if you haven't filed yet, they've extended the tax deadline to May 15th now, I believe it is.
Yep.
So you have an extra month.
So look into the day, get some extra money. Also go to that, what's the website? The topclassactionlawsuits.com. You might find some money there. Lots of class action lawsuits on that site.
Oh, I've got one for you.
Okay.
Another public service announcement. Being recently fired, I found this out. I would normally have to go on to Cobra to retain my health insurance until I found something else, which is usually, hang on a second. I had to burp, sorry. It's usually extravagantly overpriced and expensive for anyone to be on Cobra.
Right.
Well, as of April 1st, there will be a government subsidy of 100% of your Cobra premiums. You won't have to pay anything through September.
Oh, shit. That's huge.
April to September. So I'll be able to keep my insurance.
And still look
I can
for a
keep
job.
my doctor if I want to, as they say.
Nice.
And I won't have to come out of pocket for it because it's part of the stimulus plan, which I think is great because now I can, I can have health insurance and not and spend money elsewhere. I can buy more snow globes, for instance.
So all those
keep that
companies
industry.
that laid people off to save on that medical insurance are now going to get fucked.
Well, they'll have to pay it. The how it works is the companies will pay the premiums like they always did, but all of them.
Yes.
They pay the whole ticket now. You're not sending in your employee portion. They're paying the whole deal. And then they'll get payroll tax deductions that they can take instantly.
Right.
So they won't really come out of pocket. They just won't have to pay as much quarterly tax or weekly or biweekly, however they do it.
Okay.
So it shouldn't hurt them if they run their company right. It shouldn't hurt them at all.
Okay. But
We'll see how that turns out.
as always, check with your tax professional. Don't take advice from us. We're just two idiots.
Do not take tax advice from two idiots on a podcast. That's for sure. Put that on a T-shirt.
But they said it. They said I can.
Yeah, they said I didn't have to file an amendment.
I don't have to pay my child support either. They said so.
We didn't say that.
No, we didn't.
I didn't say anything like that. Stop making shit up in your own minds, listeners. We didn't do it. All right, that's the end of this show.
Well, wait. We can't.
Why?
We've got the one topic that you chose not to pick, the PTSD.
Oh, that gets saved. That could be a teaser.
Oh, I gotta move it.
We're
to the
already
next,
over.
I gotta move it to the next page then.
Yeah, you have to copy and paste.
I
still have it. I have mine still not. Oh, I did. I put it in red. I'll unread mine because I usually put them in bold and in red when they are used from my note-taking program. Now it's back to black, just like
Awesome.
AC/DC likes.
Back in black. All right.
And yeah, and then we'll be talking to you again soon. Thanks for listening out there.
Papa
Whatever
Wheelie,
that voice
guys.
was. Say it again because I wrecked it.
Papa Wheelie, guys.